This is officially day 2 of running again after an entire year. I'm not following any structured training program, so I'm just gonna go into it based on how my body feels. I'm gonna be running for 3 weeks, well, prepping for 3 weeks for 5K. The race that I'm prepping for is in 3 weeks, so I have just about 20 days. Today is the 30th, I believe, of March, and that run is on the 19th of April, so not much time there to prepare. Before we get into the running, I have this. I bought this last year actually when I was in Houston, and I have not used it as yet because I had the old one. Right, so this is my old one here, oldie but goldie. The touch is not working as good because it, silly me, took it into salt water. Usually I swim with it in pools and it works just fine, but I went to the beach with it and the touch isn't working so well, but it tells time and everything as per normal, but it's not working as it should. So after almost 6 months, I'm gonna be opening this. I was actually debating on if I should get a Garmin or if I should upgrade my Apple Watch, and I didn't do too much research into Garmin or think about it, but this is what it looks like. As I was in Houston and the Apple store was there, I ended up purchasing a new Apple Watch. And I didn't really need it, I guess, as my old one is still working perfectly fine. And I was not running, but this one is going to be much better at tracking my runs. So I like to use the stats such as heart rate monitoring so that I can see what zones I'm running in and if I'm or how I am improving in those aspects. I think this is a charging cable. Yeah, charging cable, the actual watch, and the band. I got a pretty standard regular band. I think it was black. While I was debating, a lot of people say that Garmin has a lot of features that you would love as a runner. However, my Apple Watch has been fine. It's been working fine for me. So, yeah, standard black band. Let's put it on. So, this would be the top and the bottom. And I need to charge her. So, let's get the cable. The new ones come with a braided cable. The old one I have is not a braided cable. Similar to the new phones, my current phone came with a braided cable, but the previous one did not. Yeah, cable. So the watch is on, it's on there, but I wouldn't be able to use it as yet. Let's charge it up a bit, and also I am filming on my phone, so I wouldn't be able to connect them currently. But I hope you keep watching, and hopefully, maybe I can do a sub 30K in 3 weeks. What do you think? Let's see.
2 weeks later.
Okay, so here is a mini update. I am very, very bad at this vlogging stuff. I swear I'll get better. This is my first. Nonetheless, I just finished a 1 hour workout. Never slow down. This is one of my favorite work tees. Not the color, but you know. Nonetheless, if anything, this may be a video of the things not to do when preparing for a 5K, because I've not been doing so well in terms of preparation. As I said, I just finished a 1 hour workout at a slow pace. So I did 7 kilometers in that 1 hour. This is my fifth workout, I believe. And I have just one more week to prep. Today is Sunday and the run is on next Sunday. So I have just this week remaining to prep. So far, I have completed one 5K run in 35 minutes. Just running. I've completed 2.5 kilometers. I've completed an interval run where I run, walk. I did that in about 32 minutes. So I think we're looking good for Sunday. And I've also incorporated some strength training as well into the mix to make sure I'm not just running. I haven't been doing isolated sets as yet, just full body mainly, but I think I'll need to change that because my entire body is recovering and I'm unable to do anything. So when I do isolations and work with the different muscle groups, I'll be able to do lower body one day while that's resting, and I'll be able to do upper body. You get the drift. So stay tuned. Let's see how much more I'll get in before the run on Sunday, but so far we're definitely not looking like we're gonna be able to do that sub 30-minute 5K.
Much later.
It's Wednesday and I just collected my bib number, which means this is becoming a reality. I'm conflicted on what workout I'm going to do today. If I'm gonna do a run or if I'm going to do weightlifting. It is Friday, which means we are 2 days away from race day. Today was my final workout. Tomorrow I will rest for Sunday. I told one of my coworkers that today was going to be my final practice day, and they were like, shouldn't you be resting today? I think that since it's just a 5K, 1 day of rest is just enough. For this week, as you know, on Sunday I did a long run for 1 hour. On Monday I did legs day in the gym. 2 other days I did upper body, and one day I did a 2.5 km run. And finally today I did a 5 km run. This is the result of that run. So I'll be aiming to be better than this, which is sub 35K on Sunday. See you then. This morning I woke up at 4:45 a.m., got ready. I left home about 5:30 a.m. I don't know how come I took so long to get ready. Nonetheless, I got to the race area about 10 minutes to 6, and when I got here it was time to warm up and start.
Thank you. We just give you a slightly bit of dynamic warm-up to raise the heart. We're about to start in a couple of minutes.
Look at this view. It's really amazing running here in the morning. So I always enjoy coming to these events to take in this view. Also, a part of the running route is on the road, but there's no need to worry as there were police out directing traffic as well. My race time that I have, that my watch got, is completely different from the time that I was told when I crossed the finish line. So I'll be looking forward to hearing the official race timings to see what the difference is. I guess I didn't start and stop my watch on time. What I can tell you, which is something that I did know, is that running indoor and outdoor is completely different. You have elevation, you have going down the hill, you have wind, the sun, so many things to consider. When you're running on a treadmill indoors, which is what I did for training, you control the speed, you you put the speed you want on the treadmill, so you'll run at that pace. It's much easier. So that is something to consider when you're training for a 5K. It's something I did know, but I did not have the time to do any training outdoors. All of my training was indoors. All in all, though, this was fun. I did enjoy myself. I enjoyed eating some watermelon, the coconut jelly. Thank you. I didn't eat breakfast. Usually when I do morning runs, I don't eat anything because I end up with stitches, and I still did get stitches. Funnily enough, it was a good run. I would encourage anybody to pick up running as a hobby. I am happy that I started back, and hopefully I continue and I don't drop off again for another year, because it's hard to restart again. To get to that point where you enjoy it again, you have to go through a point of struggling a bit, where you get a lot of stitches. Some people get shin splints, knee pain. You have to go through all of that before you get to the point where you love running again. I'm not fully there as yet. I'm still struggling a bit. It takes quite a few runs before you could get to that point, but all in all, running is fun and it's good for your health. It's good for your heart, and short 5K is a short run, so it doesn't really have that much negative effects on you. My goal is always to get better, to beat my previous goals, and so now I'll still be working on that sub 35K. And I'll drop a comment. Actually, when I complete that sub 35K, I'll drop a comment on this video, so you'll know probably when I do that. Which brings me to the end of the video. Thank you so much for sticking through to the end if you've made it here so far. I'll see you guys in the next one.